Katie Thurston's latest update isn't the kind of headline fans ever hope to read, but it's one that has revealed the depth of her strength and humanity. The former Bachelorette star and current comedian has shared that she's living with stage 4 breast cancer, a diagnosis that has profoundly changed her life and her marriage to stand-up comic Jeff Arcuri. In a heartfelt message, Katie said the illness, while unimaginably difficult, has brought her and Jeff closer than ever before. She described their relationship now as a partnership forged in both love and battle, strengthened by nights spent in hospitals, raw conversations about the future, and a renewed appreciation for the smallest joys. For a woman who first entered the public eye in a reality dating show, Katie is now showing the world a far more profound version of herself, a fighter, an advocate, and someone determined to live authentically no matter the circumstances. Katie's life began far from the glare of Hollywood lights. Born on January 3, 1991, in Linwood, Washington, she grew up in a middle-class family where hard work and independence were part of daily life. Her upbringing was modest. There were no silver spoons, no industry connections, just a young girl learning to navigate the world on her own terms. Those who knew her then remember a spirited, talkative child with a quick wit and a stubborn streak. She loved making people laugh and had a knack for speaking her mind, even when it wasn't the most popular thing to do. These qualities would later become her trademark. After high school, Katie's life followed a fairly traditional path. She worked her way into a career as a bank marketing manager, a steady job that paid the bills and gave her a sense of security. But there was always a side of her that longed for something bigger. More creativity, more connection, more adventure. Her humor, openness, and social media presence hinted at a personality too large to be contained behind a desk. Still, nothing in her life suggested she was about to become a household name. That changed in early 2021 when Katie appeared on The Bachelor Season 25, competing for the heart of Matt James. Her entrance on the show was one of the most talked about moments of the season. Playful, confident, and unforgettable. From the very start, she stood out. While other contestants often leaned on cautious politeness, Katie was unafraid to speak up when she saw bullying or toxic behavior in the house. She quickly became known as the contestant who not only stood her ground, but defended others. Fans admired her for her honesty, empathy, and ability to keep her sense of humor under pressure. She didn't win Matt's final rose, but she walked away with something that mattered more: the respect of viewers and the attention of ABC executives. Not long after, Katie was chosen as the lead for The Bachelorette Season 17. It was a season that promised a new kind of love story, and Katie delivered one that broke some of the franchise's old rules. She set clear boundaries from the beginning, refusing to tolerate manipulation or cruelty among contestants. Her approach to relationships was direct, rooted in open communication, and sometimes blunt truth. She encouraged her suitors to be emotionally honest, and when drama erupted, she often diffused it with humor instead of drawn-out conflict. The season ended with an engagement to Blake Moynes, but by October 2021, the couple announced their breakup. For many, it could have been the end of her time in the spotlight, but for Katie, it was just the beginning of a different chapter. Post-Bachelorette, Katie embraced a new role, not as a reality TV character, but as her unfiltered self. She became more active online, connecting with fans directly, often discussing topics beyond romance, from dating in the real world to mental health, self-worth, and navigating life's curveballs. Her candid posts and occasional sharp humor made her a refreshing voice in a celebrity landscape often dominated by polished PR images. It was during this period that she began exploring stand-up comedy. For Katie, comedy wasn't just entertainment. It was therapy, a way to process life's absurdities while making others laugh. On the stand-up circuit, she met Jeff Arcuri, a New York-based comedian known for his sharp, observational humor and quick wit. The connection between them was instant. Both valued honesty and didn't shy away from poking fun at life's messiness. They began performing at shows together, traveling, and slowly building a relationship grounded in both laughter and deep mutual respect. Their love story moved forward naturally, away from the cameras and public pressures of reality TV. Katie often shared glimpses of their relationship. Goofy selfies, road trip moments, backstage banter, giving fans a look at a romance that seemed far more grounded and real than the one she had sought on television. Jeff, in turn, admired Katie's resilience, her willingness to laugh at herself, and her determination to stay authentic in an industry that often demands otherwise. Then life delivered an unexpected blow. Katie was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, a form of the disease that has already spread beyond the breast and requires ongoing, often aggressive treatment. For many, the news would have prompted complete withdrawal from public life. But Katie chose a different path. She decided to share her journey openly, using her platform to raise awareness about breast cancer and to document the emotional and physical realities of living with it. She spoke candidly about chemotherapy sessions, the fatigue that sometimes made it hard to get out of bed, the hair loss, and the mental toll of knowing the disease was advanced. But she also shared moments of hope, days when she felt strong enough to get back on stage, quiet evenings laughing with Jeff, and the joy of hearing from fans and strangers who said her openness had given them courage in their own battles. For Katie, these conversations weren't just updates. They were a way to connect, to make sure others didn't feel alone in their fight. Jeff has been her rock through it all. Katie has spoken about the countless ways he's been there for her, driving her to treatments, sitting with her through hours of hospital waiting rooms, holding her hand during the hardest moments, and knowing exactly when to crack a joke to break the tension. She has described their marriage as more real than ever since the diagnosis, because cancer, as she puts it, has a way of stripping away distractions and making you see exactly what and who matters. Even in the midst of treatment, Katie has continued performing stand-up when her health allows, refusing to let the disease completely define her. She's also taken on an unofficial role as an advocate, reminding her followers to get regular checkups, be aware of symptoms, and not put off medical care. She knows her platform gives her a voice, and she's determined to use it for something meaningful. Katie Thurston's journey is no longer just the story of a reality TV star looking for love. It's the story of a woman navigating fame, career changes, love found in unexpected places, and the fight of her life against a relentless illness. She's shown that vulnerability can coexist with strength, that humor can survive even the darkest moments, and that love can deepen in the face of unimaginable challenges. From the quiet streets of Linwood to the bright lights of network television, to the intimate, unfiltered moments she now shares with the world, Katie's path has been anything but ordinary. And while the road ahead is uncertain, one thing is clear. Katie Thurston will continue to face it with honesty, courage, and the same fierce spirit that first captured the hearts of millions.